Welcome to module number 3, syllabus area 3, strategic and organizational context. The syllabus content that we would be covering as a part of this particular module would include studying the 6 key functions or activities that portfolio management needs to coordinate with to achieve strategic objectives. That would be part of level 1 recall learning. As a part of learning level 2 identity, we would look into how portfolio management can coordinate with business as usual to deliver strategic objectives. We would look into how portfolio management coordinate with strategic planning to deliver strategic objectives, how portfolio management can coordinate with resource allocation and budgeting to deliver strategic objectives, how portfolio management coordinate with project and program management, performance management, and how portfolio management can support effective corporate governance are some of the lines of thinking in this particular module. So let's kind of begin with the 6 key functions that portfolio management needs to coordinate with to achieve strategic objectives. The 6 key functions are: 1, business as usual. Portfolio management should coordinate with BAU. It should coordinate with strategic planning, budgeting and allocating resource allocation, program and project management, performance management, and corporate governance. Let's kind of look into each of these interactions in the next few slides. So let's begin with portfolio management and business as usual. How portfolio management can coordinate with business as usual to deliver strategic objectives. So here we have a few ideas. When you kind of look onto the right side of the screen, you have run the business and change the business model. Portfolio management controls the major changes to BAU, i.e. the day-to-day tactical improvements that can be delivered via the performance management system. When change initiatives are successfully implemented, benefits are then realized and operational performance improves. Many organizations struggle to integrate BAU and change initiatives effectively, not least because the focus of business managers and staff can be on today's challenges rather than on how change initiatives will help them meet these challenges in the future. Portfolio management can help to make the contribution of change initiatives to operational performance clearer to everyone involved, and not just the forecast impact, but also when this impact will be seen and what metrics will be used to assess it. Now, when you examine the figure on the right side, figure 1.1, run the business and change the business, oftentimes a lot of the operational managers, their focus is on getting things done as of now, as of today, and oftentimes there is a lack of focus on what we desire to have as a business a few years down the lane. Portfolio management kind of brings that good balance between run the business and change the business, and it's important that portfolio management coordinates with the BAU elements to really understand the aspects of operational performance and how the change in the business should not jeopardize the regular performance of the day-to-day activities. The second function that portfolio management coordinates with is the strategic planning function. Strategic planning sets the context within which portfolio management operates, by providing the basis for determining the scope of the portfolio and the prioritization of individual initiatives. As part of portfolio planning, portfolio management addresses 4 fundamental questions. So as a part of strategic planning, please keep in mind there are 4 key questions that we would need to ask. Question number 1, are the programs and projects in our portfolio necessary in the context of our strategic objectives? Number 2, is our portfolio, together with BAU activities, sufficient to achieve our strategic objectives? Number 3 question, Is the overall level of risk acceptable, and is the portfolio of initiatives achievable? That's the third question. And the fourth fundamental question is the portfolio affordable? And if not, which initiatives should be dropped or rescheduled? So these are four good questions that we could ask as a part of strategic planning thinking. Number two, providing the measure against which portfolio management will ultimately be assessed, i.e., whether or not the changes to the business have helped the organization achieve its objectives, is another aspect of consideration as a part of strategic planning. On the next slide, we have a diagram that kind of captures the relationship between strategic planning and portfolio management. While the former, which is strategic planning, provides a context within which the later operates, portfolio management provides information on the contribution that programs and projects are making to the strategic objectives. So there is a kind of interface between portfolio management and strategic planning. So the contributions made by the projects and programs are kind of provided as information into the strategic planning space. Can also lead to a change in strategy based on achievement of unplanned benefit or failure to realize planned benefits. So there's an interface between how the portfolio is performing versus the decisions that we make at the strategy level. And the third point basically talks about a moment could be generated and energy for strategy development. Once the organization has confidence, it can align its resources and deliver effectively. Belief in the value of strategic planning will be enhanced. So this particular figure over here kind of talks about the interface between the strategic planning and the portfolio office. During the initial stages of portfolio management, there's a lot of direction that comes top-down. The portfolio is, in a way, prioritized and balanced based on strategic objectives. But as portfolio begins to deliver, a lot of the information from the delivery can feed back into the strategy planning team, and they could republish, revise their strategy according to the performance at the portfolio level. So this is the second function that portfolio management coordinates with.